On today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make the crocheted moss stitch. I'm using this on an afghan that I'm working on, and it is super cute and so easy to make. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how to create the moss stitch for your next project. So let's dig right in. I'm Lavina Perry. This is Solo Stitching. Let's stitch. So for this tutorial, I am using a size 5 bulky yarn. And we're going to start by making a slip stitch. And I have a size H crochet hook that I'm going to be working with today. It's size H or 5mm hook. And we're going to start off by doing some chain stitches. I'm just going to do 11 stitches for this little tutorial. And if you're making an afghan or something, obviously it's going to be a long line of chains, but if you're just practicing, just go ahead and do a few stitches just to practice along until you have mastered it, and then you can work a project with it. So we're going to have 10 stitches across. I have chained 11 so that we have a chain stitch on the end, and I'm going to be working into the second stitch from my hook. So there's 1 and there's 2, and I'm going to do a single crochet in that second stitch, and then I'm going to do a chain stitch, and I'm going to skip the next stitch, and I'm going to work into the second stitch with a single crochet, and a chain stitch. Get a little more yarn out here. All right. And we're going to repeat that all the way across. So we're going to skip the next stitch and work into the second stitch with a single crochet and a chain stitch. Skip the next stitch, work into the second stitch with a single crochet and a chain stitch. And to our last stitch, it's going to be a single crochet. And on the end, I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to turn. So on this next row, we're going to be working into the holes that we created with our chain stitches, and we're going to be doing the same stitch where we're going to be doing a single crochet and a chain stitch. So we can see there's our first stitch there. We're going to be working into that chain, the space created by the chain stitch, with a single crochet and a chain stitch. And I'm going to move to the next one, the next chain space with a single crochet and a chain stitch. And move to the next chain space, and then where I have my little single crochet, I'm going to insert my hook into that, and I'm going to do a single crochet, and since it's the end, I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to switch colors so you can see the beauty of this moss stitch is that it gives you a really interesting pattern. And our last one here. So we have our stitch, and then we have our 2 single crochets, and there's a little hole right between them. That's where we're going to insert our hook and do a single crochet. Oh, sorry, we're switching colors. Let me go back. All right, so I'm going to insert my hook like I'm doing a single crochet, and I'm just going to pull up a loop. But then I'm going to pull through with a different color so we get a nice clean color change. And then I'm going to do my chain 2 with my new color. So you can see that gives us a nice clean change where only the top part is the new color. All right, so now we're going to turn, and I'm going to be working the exact same pattern all the way across. So a single crochet and a chain in each chain space. And then working into the little gap in between our two chains and the last single crochet. And we're going to do a single crochet and then chain 2. And then we're going to turn. And now you can see what each of these rows looks like really well. So we can see each stitch in the chain space. And I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to switch back to red so you can see why it's called the moss stitch. It just kind of looks like it's kind of spread out into each of the rows above and below, which looks really cool. And then working into the little gap between our 2 chains and our last single crochet. And then, oh, we're switching colors again. I don't know why I keep doing that. So again, I'm going to pull up a loop, and then I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to bring my red, grab it here, up the side. And I'm just going to twist it around the white so that it stays nice. And you can always, cut and rejoin. That's fine. Whatever works best for you. I just like having less ends to weave in. Ooh. Fumbling here. All right. Grab that red, pull it through both of the loops, and then I'm going to tighten everything down. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to chain 2 with our new color and turn. And work back into those chain spaces with a single crochet and a chain into each chain space. And the last one here. And there you go. So you can see the changes in color make it so you can see how the stitches kind of spread into each row, which is why it's called the moss stitch. And it's very simple. It's very simple to create. It has a very unique look, and you can work it all in the same color, but you won't, if you work it all with one color, you won't be able to see how the stitches really spread into each row. As you can see, like on the red, it's a nice looking stitch, but it's the color changes that make it look really unique and really fun. So I will show you the afghan that I'm working on using this stitch, which is another way that you can use it. So this is the afghan that I'm working on, and what I've done is it's all done in the moss stitch, and I have done 2 rows of one color and then 1 row of the contrasting color all the way up, so it makes it look like it has almost like spots on it, and then switching to do it in reverse for this next section that I'm working on. This is another great way that you can use the moss stitch and really get the benefit of how the stitches really show up when you do it this way. So anyway, this is just a fun way to utilize the moss stitch if you're looking for a project to work on. And I will go ahead and write the instructions for how I've done this afghan down in the details below. And I will also include a link for the ultimate guide to crochet for your mental health. Go ahead and click on that link and get that downloadable PDF, because crochet is not just fun, it's good for you. So until next time, happy stitching.